Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Ashley.
And I'm Kaylee.
Let's see if the void echoes back today.
We are two best friends diving deeper into the void of nothingness with our gay facts and Reddit stories.
Woo woo!
Welcome back, guys. This is our
final. We're still going to be doing Pride things. It's us, but for our final Pride month, specifically.
Technically, we are proud all year round.
Yes, for sure.
We don't give you dumb facts about why we are so happy to be us all of the time. You know,
this is true.
So there it is.
Yeah.
These are our last facts lining up the last portion of this month.
Yeah. And so then we've done the first 20, so we're going to be starting at 21.
I know.
Which is, the modern use of gay comes from gay cat, a slang term among hobos meaning boy who accompanies an older, more experienced tramp, with the implication of sexual favors being exchanged for protection. Interesting.
I didn't realize that.
I did not either. Putting it all together.
Yeah, sorry. I just had to think about that for a second. And
You're
all
like,
of
what?
the... Well, no, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's so interesting to see how the English language evolves.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like we were talking about that last time, where it's just like how this is all but like, we use like gay, for example, whereas gay kind of meant girl. Then it kind of meant happy. Now it means, gay man or homosexual man.
Yeah.
Like, it's just how it changes is so interesting.
Yeah. But also like how slang influences what we think about words and how we think about like historical context and things like that.
Yeah.
So interesting.
Slang is I feel like for a long time, I feel like it's more looked at now, but slang very much isn't like it changes our language, where it's like slang is really what determines what and how we're talking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so it's just like interesting how slang has really changed not only the English language, but then also like meanings of things and things like that. So it's super interesting to see. But our next
Or what?
You
You really got stuck on your tongue. That was hilarious.
Wow. Our next fact. While the monocle might have gone out of use, it had a huge following in the stylish lesbian circle in the early 20th century.
Monocles are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I also am a sucker for like
brought the monocle back for a bit.
I love that. I do love looking at like outfits of different centuries. Wow, look how we were talking about language, but look how outfits have changed and things like that. I think it's really interesting.
It's also interesting to see, speaking of outfits, it's also interesting, like Ashley was saying, the historical outfits in terms of what we see in like history museums, but within what we see and what we know within like the queer community and how those styles have changed and how fashion has evolved, where, for all we know, in the 20th century, the monocle could have been very akin to the carabiner, in certain terms of how like women signal each other and things like that. So it could be an interesting thing to think about. As yes, that is not part of that fact, so I am just assuming. Do I know that is a fact? No, I do not. That was just an assumption. Please don't ever take that as a fact, because it could be wrong. Just to throw it out there.
Our next fact is that the first celebrity to come out as openly gay was Billy Hines, who came out in 1933. That was a while ago.
The oldest surviving LGBTQ organization in the world is the Netherlands Center. Sorry.
The slow turnaround.
Let me start that again. Sorry. Kaya was feeling a little uncomfy on her bed and was like, we must make it more comfortable. The oldest surviving LGBTQ organization in the world is in the Netherlands. Center for Cultural and Leisure, which was founded in 1946 and used a cover name to mask its taboo purpose. Interesting.
Good for them for, starting an organization so early.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
We love that. Go Netherlands.
Gay male victims of the Holocaust who wore downward-facing pink triangle were still considered to be criminals when they were freed from concentration camps. They were often sent back to prison to serve out their terms.
Sad.
That's sad.
How
dare they love somebody? God damn, that's awful. Damn, imagine getting freed from that and just like...
How dare they love somebody and not be blonde hair and blue-eyed.
I know. It's not funny, but... God. Like, how dare they? Honestly.
I might be saying this wrong, but I'm going to say this. Mensa.
Maybe.
Launched in 1946, claims its name was chosen to mean table in a Latin to demonstrate the coming together of equals. Really, it was intended to be called mens, meaning mind. They changed it in order to avoid confusion with men-only magazines. Not so smart. Interesting.
The 1950s saw gay people trying to change homosexual to homophile. They hoped an emphasis on same-sex love instead of sex would help. Huh. Interesting.
I do agree. Yeah, with the emphasis on being same-sex love.
Yeah.
Instead of the word sex would be...
Oh, like homosexual,
yes.
homophile. Yeah.
Yes, between... Yeah. Mm-hmm. That would be really...
But can we... Just interesting on what uses file versus sexual. Like,
absolutely, but here's the thing: it's
interesting how
let's call it out. Like, that is technically the love of children.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And so if we,
but it's interesting how we okayed it to be pedophile and not like pedosexual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Versus you know what I mean? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That was immediately what I thought of.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I thought of. And then I was like, oh well, we can't do that now. And then I was like, but why? Actually, in terms of what they're saying in the dictionary standpoint and the Latin meanings and actual meanings of these words, homophile and it having the emphasis on same-sex love would be a very powerful genre shift.
Yeah.
And would have been, I think, extremely beneficial in the times that they wanted to change it. I think nowadays the people that are a part of the community and that are allies of the communities understand the meaning behind that and know that it's really not like a sexual thing.
Yeah.
And the reason why I don't include everybody in this is because I do think that some people very much like this fact said, are focused on the sexual aspect of the word and not necessarily what it like truly means for people.
Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's so interesting.
So interesting.
Playboy has been loved by straight men for decades, but it was a gay short story that built its reputation. Hugh Hefner was the only one to accept a science fiction story about heterosexuals being the minority. Being the minority against homosexuals in 1955. when letters poured in, he said if it was wrong to
persecute.
Thank you. I was like, oh God.
This is why we have it, both of us open, so when we get stuck, we can.
If it was wrong to persecute heterosexuals in a homosexual society, then the reverse was wrong too. I do like that. I do like how Hugh Hefner was like. I mean, Hugh Hefner is it's really interesting because Hugh Hefner is a large symbol of, obviously Playboy.
Yeah.
And in terms of like, what they're thinking of, like, heterosexuality, like almost like the face of heterosexuality in certain terms. But when we talk about Playboy and like in its franchise and what that means for the queer community, really has a lot of like queer history, and a lot of people like are like, oh, there are certain like, models that are like queer icons. There are certain people that are associated with the publication of Playboy that are, part of our queer history. And so it's really interesting to like see how big that crossover was. But even the fact that Hugh Hefner in 1955 was like, hey guys, like, I understand you guys are all upset that these gays are persecuting, the straights, but also at the same time, we're doing it at the same, in our world right now.
Look at what's happening,
so
like kind of bringing attention to it. Yeah.
If it's so wrong to do it in a, in a fictional stories when the roles are reversed, then why is it okay to do it in real life?
Exactly. The Royal Navy commissioned a class of fast patrol boats during the 1950s, which were prefixed to the word gay. Names included Gay Bruiser and the Gay Charger.
I honestly think that those would be great football names. Like great football team names.
Are we talking American football or,
American football because like regular football, like soccer, let's just,
like, sorry guys, we are
like real football, soccer, like no. It's okay.
No, but American football,
for sure.
Gabe Charger.
Am I wrong?
It'd be so great.
We already have a team called the Chargers, so like just slap the word gay in front of it. Like,
do it.
I don't think it's going to be that hard for the franchise to change it. Okay?
Yeah, they got this.
And
then we're on to our last fact.
Yeah. While many know the handkerchief code, it was popular for gay women to wear blue stars on their wrists in the 1950s and the 1970s to identify themselves in clubs. That's really cool. We all know that like a lot of like, gay men had handkerchiefs, but I like that women were like, yeah, we're going to put blue stars on our wrists. Probably in form of like a handkerchief or like paint or, something, but like, how interesting. I do think that this next fact is important, and I just want to like throw it out there.
Do it.
But I guess Jimi Hendrix pretended to be gay to get out of joining the army in 1962. And that's so interesting because when we think about what Jimi Hendrix was doing for the movies, like for the music scene in 1962, and he was extremely against the war, but what an interesting thing just to be like, I'm gay. Because back then, you couldn't enlist if you were gay because they're prejudiced in all ways, but
all of the ways. But yes, now we're gonna move into our Reddit stories, or tales of Reddit. So that's very exciting.
So we're going to now jump into our little Redditor void with some of our stories. Excuse me.
Don't die, please.
Okay, I might choke and die today. So not sure if they ended up posting originally in the Am I the Asshole, but they're not sure if they should be posting in relationship advice or not. So like they're just like, sorry if it's in the wrong place. So for the title, it's going to be I, 20 male, am thinking of breaking up with my girlfriend, 19F, over comments her lesbian BFF made. Am I overreacting?
What are your thoughts immediately?
Okay. I think it depends on the comment.
Yes, it really depends on the comment.
I think it depends on the comment. But most likely yes.
Yeah, I agree.
But here's the thing.
You never know.
Feel upset if they didn't know that their girlfriend might be of a different sexuality than just being straight.
I agree.
And so they might be like, well, we got to break up because they're offended.
Yeah, I agree.
Not really because
let's see what happened.
Yeah. Anyway. For context, I met my girlfriend through a mutual friend over a year ago, and we started dating a couple weeks ago. The fact that she lives 5 hours away, by the way. That's very important context because that's insane.
That's wild.
Sorry. Sorry. I was just thinking about the age range and everything, and I'm like, it's fine. I have my own opinions about that. At first, things seemed to be going okay, but every now and again, she would make comments that kind of irked me. Specifically, she enjoys calling me and my best friends weirdos, which normally doesn't bother me since it isn't inaccurate. However, the fact that she finds a way to call me weird one way or another multiple times a day, every day since we started dating leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But until now, I've been ignoring it as just a bad joke. That was until her best friend started messaging me. Yes, she is a lesbian, but she's in a relationship, so I don't think that there's anything there in case anyone's asking. Also, other good context to have.
Yeah.
At first...
Thank you for context, OP.
Yeah. At first, it was just typical stuff like treat her right and don't hurt her and kinds of things like that. But then she started making comments about me too, calling me weird, strange, and other things like that, which definitely bothered me more since I barely know her. But again, I dismiss it as banter. Then she found out that I'm British. I was born in Spain and lived here my whole life. And she started calling me Gurry. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that.
Might be Spanish.
I was like, I don't know how to say that, and I know for a fact I'm pronouncing that absolutely horrendously wrong. Okay? And Ashley is going to look up a pronunciation of what I'm assuming is kind of a slur. Because I don't know how else to say it.
I have no idea. That's not what I thought it was.
Okay, so we're going to move on. Yeah, he does say what it means, which is a crude way...
Hold on. Wrong thing. It means foreigner/tourist.
Yes,
so
it's technically what he states here is starting to call me Guri, which once again, I know that for a fact I'm saying it wrong, and pronouncing that completely wrong.
It means tourist, foreigner/tourist.
Yes, which is a crude way of referencing an immigrant, specifically British immigrants.
Interesting.
So
Okay.
big things to like put here. I was like, sorry, I know that I'm saying this wrong, but I mean,
But
maybe it's
going.
great. Maybe it's a good thing that I can't say slurs correctly. Anyway, which is specifically British immigrants. In terms, I really don't enjoy this, especially since I was the only British kid at my school. Whenever I heard it, it wouldn't be in a nice manner. But once again, I dismissed it as banter. However, yesterday, she crossed a line. She started making comments about my member, specifically asking if I was a grower or a shower, which I find to be quite rude. In case anyone asks, I'm so sorry. I'm a little bit above average, so it's not small. I'm so sorry. Just reading this line in context.
Oh God,
so
sorry,
it's
I
not
saw
small
it.
PP energy thing. I voiced my discomfort about this to my girlfriend, and she acted like it was completely normal and it's just a joke, which to me seems to imply that she thinks I'm too sensitive, and she's taking her friend's side even though I'm expressing my discomfort. Also, what I'm asking is, am I overreacting to all of this? Am I right to be fed up with it?
You've only been dating for a couple weeks. If you're already this, like, uncomfortable, I don't think.
Yeah. So there's, like,
I know, like, you and I feel like, for context also, we losers, weirdo, like, we say that all the time to people, but it's like, we know who to say it to, how to say it in a very specific cadence and, like, very specific tone. Like, when oh, you loser. Like, and very much implying. And it's like, it's obviously, also, if someone seems uncomfortable, we don't do it. Or we apologize, and so
I think it's hard because I think the context of them not knowing each other well is really big, because I will admit, we didn't start calling each other fucking losers until like later. 3 to 4 months in. We knew each other and we had really good rapport by the time we started doing this playful banter jokes.
Yeah.
And the fact that number one, she lives 5 hours away, which sounds like a really large commitment when you're 20 and 19 years old and you may just be starting university.
Yeah.
And it does seem like if you guys are 5 hours away from each other, that you guys are going to different universities.
Yeah. I also think it's really interesting of, like,
like, when do you guys see each other? I know that, like, Europe is not that small, and, like, you guys, like, take trains and stuff everywhere because your guys' public transport is, like, far better than...
better.
Yeah.
Also, like, to everybody that is currently in, like, Europe and things, good luck with that heat wave. I've heard it's awful out there right now.
Yeah, like,
I've heard it's miserable.
Also, the fact that, did you know that, like, a lot of Europeans don't have AC?
Yeah, there's no central AC.
It's like a big thing that they don't have AC.
And like there's certain places where I'm like, what do you mean that there's no AC in, like,
here
a
in the US
or something? That's odd.
Like, it's just like, it's like one of those things where it's like it is so normal for us to have, like, AC, like, in our house, but I also think that it could be, number one, just like a very much like the idea of our buildings are not old, and so it's easier to build these into quote unquote newer buildings, and as well as I do know that we do tend to, even during the summer, run a bit hotter, warmer than you guys normally.
Normally, I know that.
Yeah, I say normally.
In Michigan, our weather's bad. I mean, we're in an excessive heat wave right now, where I think it's hitting 97 to 100, and I'm like,
which I think is crazy, because
I checked
right
the weather
now,
where you were, and I'm like, what do you
mean? Here in California, we are in a cold front.
In, like, the 70s, high 70s.
Yeah, mind you, our cold front is, like, shorts and tank top weather still, but like it's chilly to where I can wear a sweater in the morning. Okay, guys.
But I know, I was checking and I'm like, what do you mean that you are getting cooler than me? I mean, it's currently...
This is how we know that global warming is a thing.
I mean, it's currently 80 degrees where I'm at. It's going to be 91 today. Also, I'm so sorry. 6 p.m. is the highest temperature. And I'm like, 6 p.m.? What do you mean?
Yeah, but your guys' sun doesn't go down until like 10. So,
oh my God,
like,
I went to bed at 8 o'clock yesterday. I was like...
It was probably like really bright. It was really sunny.
Falling asleep. I was so tired. I was falling asleep. I woke up at like 10 and I'm like, the sun is still up. What is happening?
Yeah, the sun is still out. Like, what is happening?
I don't like being in bed while the sun is up. It's weird.
Yeah, it's okay.
Anyway, I also do think it's interesting how... sorry. I do think it's interesting. It's like, oh, they're calling me weird, strange, and other things like that. Which, like, I want to be, like... surprised if like creep would fall into that. Like I was kind of shocked when I went back and looked at that.
This is one of those things where it's like when I was younger, I and I had a partner, like we had nicknames for each other, and I would call him a weirdo, but he'd call me a nerd.
Yeah.
And like it was like a very once again playful rapport. But this, when like they're calling him a weirdo and stuff, and
it doesn't seem like it's in a playful way.
Yeah, and the fact that she works it in like multiple times throughout the conversation, because clearly they're talking throughout the day. Yeah. And the fact that she works it in like 4 or 5 times throughout the day is kind of crazy to me, because like I do think that it's like slightly like unnecessary. But one comment, it's pretty long, but it's the you need to disappear from that girl's life. Make sure she can never have access to you again. Like phone numbers, personal numbers, socials, blah blah blah. This is a disgrace. If you and your best friend would have done even a fraction of what they are doing to you, you would have been called all kinds of names, and they would have made sure that other people had a very bad impression of you, either lying about you to affect your social life or other things. Although the probability that they are already doing that most likely is high, but also most likely she's also cheating on you. Interesting that this person like thinks that they're cheating on them, because I didn't get that.
I didn't get that.
They were like, pay no mind to it, like pay no mind, leave it out, just work on yourselves, talk to other girls, and stay the F away from these people. They're very disrespectful to you, and there's no use in arguing it. Just leave it, and I hope that helps.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard, because it's like, if you did swap the roles, this would be, hey, like, my boyfriend is calling me weird, and like why is he doing that? And we'd all be like, oh my gosh, how dare he? But then I do, but it's still like, this is rude. If he's not okay with it, don't do it. Doesn't matter the gender. There was like another person who like commented under that, like, cheating, they would be lying online to cheating ? Would they be lying online to affect his social like situation? Like, was that revised? Because like they're just questioning it, because like they're like, I disagree. I disagree with the cheating, but I do agree that it's a no-brainer. Leave her. Yeah. Because like there are some people who are like, I'm confused about where this comment thinks that they're cheating. I think you might be projecting here a bit, or making some pretty big leaps.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do like this other comment where it's the have one of your friends asked her something highly inappropriate shit like that, and see how she responds. But no, honestly, it just seems like she doesn't respect you at all, and you should leave her.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, to be quite honest, it's hard, because it doesn't seem like they have enough rapport. And like another person is like, if you guys have only been dating a few weeks, like, she's not for you. Cut your losses and
literally.
just find somebody that respects you. That
and it's also like someone does say, just because that's how they banter does not mean that they can ignore when the banter hurts your feelings.
Exactly. And especially, and I think for me, the reason why I do think that this person probably should leave this person, and it really has nothing to do with me. I was like, this title is very misleading because I really think that her friend being a lesbian has nothing to do with the situation.
To do with the story.
Because I was gonna be like, oh, I thought I'd like, you know, like, was it a weird comment that she was like that like, you know, number one, you don't have to be a lesbian to be a man hater. So I will back that fact up.
I agree.
You don't have to be a lesbian to be a man hater. I just kind of assumed that he got butthurt because it was probably going to be a man-hating comment. But to be quite honest, it just seems like they're just bullies. Like, they're just, like, rude people. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Because, like, here's the thing is, like, I also think, like, the idea of, like, somebody being like, oh, well, are you a grower? Or are you a shower? Like, I feel like I've heard straight girls ask questions like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think, like, this is, like, I think the title is misleading because, once again, I don't think her friend being a lesbian has anything to do with the situation. I think it's just, I think my girlfriend and her friend are bullying me. That's probably what the do you think they're bullying me? And am I overreacting if I think that they are? Like,
yeah, exactly.
And it's one of those things where it's it doesn't seem like they have enough rapport to have that banter. But I also think that where it comes down to, like, hey, it's very clearly that she doesn't respect you, is when you brought it to her attention, and her reaction is,
oh, it's not that bad. It's fine.
It's not that bad. Don't be so sensitive. Suck it up.
Yeah, not okay.
The answer is, hey, I like, that's not chill.
Yeah.
You know? And it's one of those things where it's like I think that that's where, in my mind, I'm like, hey, this person doesn't respect you and you shouldn't be dating this person. This person is just not for you. They could be amazing. They could be a really great person to other people.
Not to you. And that's okay.
But, like, you know, that's okay.
You're
just
19.
You know.
20 years old. You're fine.
Yeah. Let it go. Also, like, just, no offense, find somebody closer to you when you're that, like, just find somebody closer to you. Because it's very clear, like, you guys weren't, like, high school sweethearts or anything like that. And, like, you know, yeah, sure, like, they could be really fun and stuff, but, like, once again, if you're going to university or if you're even, like, working, like, you know, that person, like, lives 5 hours away and, like, you guys are, like, that young, like, there's other people out there. And I know that that's always, like, hypocritical, like, to say, like, oh, there's other fish in the sea because the sea is full of trash. But, like, also, you know,
like, it's like, you don't be with someone that you've only been dating for a couple weeks, that,
you know, it's like that's not chill. And you know that if this is what they're saying now, just wait until the problem gets bigger and just wait until what they say then. And it's going to be the same answer, probably just in a different font.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's like there is that where I just think that, I don't know. I think that they should really
cut their losses. They'll be okay.
Cut their losses and things like that. So,
yeah. Okay. So we're going to move on to our next and final story for today. And it's coming from Best of Redder Updates. And it was originally posted in LGBTQ. And it's I am, a straight guy, but I've fallen for my gay best friend / roommate. What do I do?
Well, honey, I can tell you that you're not straight. And that's okay.
I agree.
And that's my first comment. And that's probably going to be my final comment. All right, Ashley,
literally.
let's go
let's do
it.
This. For the love of God, I can't believe what I just typed out that title. I'm sweaty and I feel like I'm about to vomit up my breakfast. This is going to be really long and I'm sorry. I've been keeping this to myself for so long and I just need to vent. There will be a TLDR at the bottom. Sorry again, I have several questions, but I guess I should first give everyone some context. Okay, here we go. Almost 2 years ago, I, 28 male, met my current roommate, 27 male, at the gym. He's out as gay, I'm straight, he's a cool guy, and we have a lot of similar interests, and we're even in the same profession, so we hit it off as friends and started hanging out outside the gym. I guess we never really talked about his sexuality unless he's telling me stuff about growing up gay or coming out and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He would talk to me about guys, and I would talk to him about girls, back when dating was still a thing. We both are single, and we both have been vocal about wanting a relationship.
So valid. I'm sorry. Just like back when dating was a thing, for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
At the beginning of the year, our city was going into a strict quarantine. Oh, this was COVID time.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of the year, our city was going into a strict quarantine. His roommate decided to move back home with his parents out of state. I live alone. Neither one of us needs to live with a roommate, but he's an extrovert who would lose his mind in isolation. I'm an introvert who has depressive episodes, so I knew I couldn't do well in isolation. So because of this, we decided to move in together. I moved into his 2-bedroom apartment into his roommate's old room. Okay, love the hey, we'll both go insane. I love that.
Okay.
Then quarantine started. I haven't lived with a roommate since college, so it's pretty fun hanging out with someone. We both work from home now, so we'll be in our rooms all day working and then hanging out in the evenings together, watching movies, playing video games. The first time I ever felt anything for him, Jesus fucking Christ,
Stop.
was when I bumped into him in our hallway. You know, the thing when you round a corner too fast and run into someone? I remember the moment exactly.
I'm sorry.
We laughed and walked away, but then we were close to each other. I got that flip-flop butterfly feeling in your stomach. I thought, this is so weird. I thought about it for a second, then laughed it off, thinking I was deprived of physical touch from quarantine. But then it happened again when he touched me to look at a tattoo I have. I knew something was up. That was a few months ago. It has taken a long time to admit to myself that maybe I do have feelings for him. For a while I just ignored or denied it, but lately I just really want him. The other day I came up behind him, sitting on the couch, and put my hands on his shoulders to ask what he wanted to do that night. He put his hands on mine and I nearly died. I wanted to reach out and hug him. Instead, I pulled away. I said I'm straight, but I'm not an idiot. I know there's a spectrum. And if you asked drunk me a year ago, would I ever kiss a guy on a dare, I probably would have said I would. But if you asked me sober a year ago, if I ever would have dated a guy for real, I would say never. But now I'm not so sure.
I'm sorry. My 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Drunk you knows the real you more than sober you.
Yes.
And I know that sounds contradictory because people are like, what about addicts? That's not okay. You're not really you if you're an addict. For sure. I definitely understand that. But I feel like it's when it comes to like certain like things where it's like sexuality and stuff, I'm like, yeah, it is a spectrum and you were not straight. That's crazy.
No.
It was crazy, but I love that you thought that for a long time.
Yeah, good job, sir. Lately, the moments between us have been getting worse and worse. For a while, I didn't think... worse and worse. For a while, I don't think he noticed because we've always been playful with each other, but now the tension is starting to become palpable. Sometimes if we get drunk on the way home, at home, yay COVID life, there are moments where I just stare into his eyes for a second too long. You know. Last week, I came into the kitchen after a shower. I have... waist-length hair, and it was like, wow, that's long hair.
Of course you do, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He looked at me and snorted. I kept asking him why he did that, and he wouldn't say anything. I finally got it out of him, and then nothing. And then he finally said, "Nothing. Your hair looks nice like that." Then he laughed jokingly, called me a little metalhead. So I turned red and said I have to leave the kitchen to go to my room. Literal Ginny Weasley in the Chamber of Secrets style. I hurled myself onto the bed and let my soul go to heaven. I think about him saying that every single day. All of this to say...
that is so cute.
That's so cute.
Okay. Me.
All of this to say, I really want to tell him I have feelings for him, but what do I do? What do I say? What if he freaks out? What does this mean? Do we just start dating now? If he rejects me, I don't think I'd ever recover. Ever. Plus, isn't he going to ask for an explanation? And I don't even know what to tell him because I don't know myself. It's so valid. I want to tell him that I like him and I want us to be a thing. But at the same time, I need help processing what I'm feeling because I'm almost 30 and my entire life I thought I was straight. I don't want to labor him with that. I love that. And I don't think that's fair.
Yes. King. Yes.
I love that. Plus, what does this even mean? Plus, what does it even mean to be a thing? I don't know how to date a guy. I'm sorry if that sounds, I don't know. I don't mean for it to sound like it's dating an alien. I'm still dating a person. Gender doesn't matter in love, but still, are there any differences? I really don't know. So this is completely fucking new to me. We're spending Christmas together because we can't travel home. We're getting our tree this weekend. I'm going to tell him then. Wow, I wanted to type that. I want to tell him then, but I guess that's not what came out. I'm going to tell him. I just don't know how to start. If you read all of this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm now crying, so I'm going to post this. It's almost 11 a.m. Oh, sir. 11 a.m. on a Friday. I should definitely be working on my computer, so that's probably the best I go before my manager asks what I've done all day. TLDR, I am a straight guy who developed feelings for my gay best friend. I want to tell him how I feel, but I don't even know how to put what I'm feeling into words. Any advice?
I'm sorry. I'm like...
And I don't have comments, but we do have an update.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, this is, I really do love how he was like, hey, crying. Like, I don't want to labor him with these feel.
I was like, the moment that he said that, I was like, God, I love mature people falling in love.
Oh, God, same.
I love it. It just like, it really fuels my soul almost, where it's like
it's like, wow, look at these adults being adults.
But it's also like wow, you like,
you really like your best friend. You're very gay,
being
sir.
Respectful in terms of like, I like that was like the first thought that you were like, I don't want to like belabor him, but I don't want to lose him. But like, I can't like just like hold on to this feeling. And also, I'm so sorry. I just think that it's like, once again, number one, the longing that is happening in the household is
it's so good.
so good. But I like that he was literally like,
you could feel the anxiety.
I like that he was like, when he called me a little metalhead, I had to go away for a second and just breathe, cry, and just be by myself, because that was the cutest thing that has ever happened to me. And I'm like, you know what?
I love that.
As an emo kid, as a metalhead, as a goth, as like, you know, that alternative person, yes.
You're like,
yes, I understand that feeling exactly, because it's like when somebody outside of the genre like recognizes you as like a very specific thing that you yourself identify as, but don't like obviously like
promote,
shout to the fucking world all of the time constantly, and probably don't even bring up in conversations unless politics or music is even brought up. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's cute. Okay, that's all I have to say. Prediction.
I think the roommate likes him too. Is my prediction.
Yeah, prediction.
And he's gonna be like, Jesus fucking Christ, finally.
Okay, number one, prediction. I think that this update, because I haven't even like looked at it, I hope that this update is like 8 years later, they're married and have 2.5 kids and like, I don't know, a house and a life together.
This was posted 4 days later.
Okay. Well, love
this is
that the
posted
update
on
is that far.
The first on December 4th, 2020. This is December 8th,
well,
2020.
I hope that they're dating and are living their best lives.
I do too.
And I hope that he didn't have to
move out. Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
I hope that he didn't have to move out during Christmas.
That would be so sad. Okay.
Anyway, let's go.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, update. I didn't say that with enough enthusiasm. Update. First off, I just want to say thank you to all the people that left such kind comments. Your encouragement took away all my anxiety and really cleared things up for me.
Yes.
The 2 takeaways I got were, 1, stop spiraling in your head and just tell him already. 2,
yes.
Stop worrying about the logistics. You obviously like him. Focus on that. That helped tremendously. Yeah,
I also agree
with that.
Yes.
For those that want to know the outcome, we're together. For those that want to know the whole story, here you go. Thank God.
I love that.
Okay.
I love it when people like give us the whole story and are not just like, update, we're together, end of update.
End of story. Yeah, I'd be so upset. Like, the details.
Excuse me, you guys went to pick out a tree together and we don't get that fucking story?
I know.
Yeah, no, sorry. Anyway, so,
let's go. We did go buy a Christmas tree on Saturday, and I'm glad I told myself that I would tell him then because it gave me accountability. I couldn't back out and say, well, I'll just tell him tomorrow. Plus, decorating our tree made me feel so comfortable. I realized that this is for real, and my feelings are real, and I'm not just imagining things. I want many future Christmas trees with him. I really thought that once we started talking, I would blurt everything out and not be able to stop. But really, it just came down to 2 lines. I have feelings for you, but I need help figuring that out. He was really sweet, kind, gentle, and hugged me without saying anything, so of course I cried. I love that. We talked for hours, and what he said came down to 3 things. 1, he likes me too! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. But he said it's complicated. He says that that's much of a crush. Jesus Christ. He said that as much of a crush he has on me, he would never let those feelings develop because I was straight, which I get. He said he has had friends who are gay fall for straight guys and it never goes well. He also said that he's glad I finally said something because I have literally overly flirted with him and and he so sorry. He said something because I could have literally over flirted with him and he would have never said anything because apparently going up to a straight guy and saying, "Hey, are you hitting on me?" never ends well, which again, I understand.
For sure. Valid.
Side note, I asked him if he ever knew and he said, "I wondered, you're not exactly subtle. You blush a lot." Oh. But he did say that now he knows it's okay and acceptable. He's really excited to take things further and have those feelings develop instead of blocking them out. 2.
Keep going.
I know. He said that I don't need to figure anything out and that eventually I'll just know. I don't need to explain anything to anyone, including him and even myself. But he said that the worst thing to do is to deny feelings. He said that I can talk to him about anything at any time and I wouldn't be burdening him, which is what I was afraid of. 3. Then he asked me if this meant I wanted to try being together. And when I said yes, he said we could take things as slowly as I wanted to. Then we kissed for the first time, and it was the happiest I've ever been, I think. It was really amazing what can happen if you open yourself up to love. The end. Thank you, everybody, everyone. I really appreciate your help. Edit. OMG, this exploded. Thank you all for your sweet comments and awards. I'll try to reply to everybody, but if I don't get to yours, just know I did read it. You're all so kind and sweet. Edit 2. Oh my god. I told him about this post because I want to tell him how incredible you all are. He's cracking up and will not stop referring to him as my gay best friend / roommate / boyfriend.
That's kind of like how the story was. Like, I don't know what we are like.
He also says he's so proud of this community for the love and support. He says he's on Reddit, but not on the sub, mostly for programming stuff. So now I'm sure he'll go and look for these posts. No, he has not read them yet. Yes, I will die of embarrassment. Yes, I will show him all of your lovely comments. You guys are the best, and now very much a part of my coming out story. Oh my god, edit in 2021. April 2021. Someone messaged me and asked if we're still together. Yes, we are. They asked if to post an update in case others were wondering, so here it is. Edit 4. Oh, God. Okay. June 29th, 2022. So a year.
A year later.
So almost 2 years.
They've been together for
since this post
almost...
is now archived. Feel free to message me instead. And yes, those asking, we're still together. New update. There's another one. From July 20th, 2022. Oh my god, okay. Okay, first off, it brings me so much joy that people find happiness in this story. If it's one thing on the internet that made you smile today, then that makes me really happy. Also, I still get sweet supportive messages to this day coming in from the original post, and I love every single one of them. Second, I really, really need people to know that I am not that naive. I swear. I think part of me cringes every time the story gets responded because I relived that first post. December of 2020 feels like an eternity ago, and I've definitely come to my own senses since then. With that part of my PSA over, I can say that he and I are doing really, really well. He is truly my best friend, and that the fact that we fell in love is just too much sometimes. It makes you feel like soulmates exist. I can get super cheesy when I talk about it. Since then, we've actually moved to a new city, ripped that old apartment, so many memories, but we're a lot happier where we live now. The last thing I get asked about is what I identify now, and it's bi. It's just what feels more comfortable, and I think that that's what's most important.
Yes, my bi king coming
so
out.
So as of 2022, they're still together. I wonder how they're doing
now. Me,
now.
Crying over here, being like, it's so sweet.
Oh no!
I love that for them.
The original poster has been deleted.
Me, boo. People should be like, where is this man? We need to find him. Are they still together? It's 2026 and we need an update. Are you guys married and have like 4.5 kids? Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Did you guys buy a house? Like, what happened?
I can't believe OP deleted his actual account. Oh my god. I'm upset about it.
I think it's like...
They were roommates.
They were roommates.
I think it's
one of those things where it's very cute. I think that it's, you know, like OP said, sexuality is a spectrum.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But love, his boyfriend being like, yeah, you were not subtle. But it was really confusing.
Yeah.
Because once again, I also like how like boyfriend was very much like I didn't know what was going on and I didn't want to ask you because that can be, once again, extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
For a gay man to ask somebody who like isn't technically out yet because they don't know how they're going to respond. They don't know if it's going to immediately turn violent or if it's going to immediately be like, oh, I'll get like, if he thinks I'm hitting on him, that means he's been hitting on me this whole time and we can't be friends now.
Yeah.
And I think like that's like a really like disappointing thing that happens in terms of like all friendships, you know, like
no, for
like,
sure. And it's also like it's
like
you said, the longing. I can't imagine being in that apartment and that tension. Oh god.
But also like the fact that like the boyfriend was like, yeah, you blush so much, it is unreal.
Just that you blush a lot, and I'm like, I get that. I blush all the time. I was blushing that entire story. I want many future Christmas trees with him.
Yeah, you do.
I'm also sunburned. You can really see it.
I just think that it's so interesting to like see like where people are at and like where people, you know, and like find, you know, love in different places and find like love in their sexuality at different ages. I liked that they were older because like now mature. If you think about it, they were very
mature and aware of like, obviously he was very confused of like what's going on in his own head, but he was very emotionally mature and like really able to work through it. Both of them. Yeah,
like they're in their mid 30s now, so like
I hope they're still together.
Nothing but the best, and
Do you
I
think
hope
they're
that
still
you guys
together?
are still together. Yeah.
I think they are.
I think they're still together, and I think that he deleted his original post because they had kids and they were like, our kids can't find this too early because that's, you know.
Yeah, because they've been together for 6 years now. In December.
I was like, if they are still together, they've been together for 6 years. I would not be surprised. And or it's just like the like,
hey, we got a lot of messages. That's kind of
like also like I do feel like because of how big this post is, I'm sure he probably got comments every single day for 6.5 years until he deleted that.
Yeah.
You know, active comments.
I do love how he kept coming back and like.
Yeah, because I also agree, me being like, I want to know, are they together?
I do.
You know.
But I do. I did enjoy that story. I hope that one like the engagement was the boyfriend saying, friend / roommate / like partner /
forever.
No, then like / boyfriend and then / fiance.
That's cute.
I think that would be, and then at the wedding you'd have to have / husband. Oh,
yeah, / husband.
I think you just have to keep going / father. Like, I think it'd be really cute if that was like how the engagement went, where it was like
/ granddad
/ fiance. That'd be so cute.
/ great granddad.
Just keep going down the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow, what a cute. That was a good one to end on.
Yeah, that was such a good one to end on. And a good one to
end on for our final.
Yeah, for our final episode in our Pride Month series.
You guys seem to really be enjoying our Reddit stories too, so we'll definitely be continuing. We enjoy them a lot.
Yeah, we definitely enjoy the Reddit stories. I think it's definitely a lot of fun, something for us to do. Although next week I am going to bring up dolphins again because, you know, I've just been on a pipeline hole of dolphins.
You have more information.
Not specifically about that dolphin, but just in terms of other dolphins doing crazy shit. So like, you know, we got to go back to the dolphin thing because I guess that's a thing for me now.
I love that.
2026, the year of the dolphin. I'm just kidding. So
I love that
sorry.
for you.
It's so bad.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you could like, comment, subscribe, hit all of the buttons, that mean the world to us. We do have a Buy Me a Coffee if you'd like to support us in that way, as well as a link on Buzzsprout, which is somewhere up on top. If you would like to support us that way as well. Keep an eye out for a couple announcements that we have coming out soon. I know we've been saying that for a couple weeks now, but
I know
they're so close. They're so close.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you all had a happy Pride month, and continue to be prideful, because you be who you are.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And the last thing we want to say to you is,
what did the void say to you?